let's find all of the prices for all of the watches Gary Striewski had.
This is actually, I'll take it off here. This is my dad's Seiko World Timer. It's been around the world and back pretty much.
Out of all of the places in the world, you could buy it on Etsy for no apparent reason. So it's not even gold plated, it's just golden color.
I think we're rich. Yeah. My dad's got a gold watch. I'm pretty sure we're wealthy.
Next
sort of
watch.
collecting journey.
Yep.
Where does it begin with you, out of your own wallet?
This watch is incredible, the 114060. I said, what do I got to do to buy it? So I could take down your information, but it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
We don't just get these.
Right.
Well, 2 weeks later, he texted me and said, Gary, you'll never believe it. I have one with your name on it, but you have to let me know by the end of the business day.
Just about 10 grand you pay for a no-date sub at the AD, and on the gray market they go around retail prices. Just so you know, the no-date subs, they're obviously cheaper than the date subs.
And then I got to tell you about this day date that I have, because this one is really special to me as well. So soon to be 35-year-old Gary said, all right, I have a lot of steel, but I would love a birth year day date.
It goes for around 40k. This is the champagne dial. It's a weird combination. Usually with the wire dials, they go with the Roman numerals you see right here. And in here, he got the ticks, because it's one of the older day dates. And by the way, there is no difference if you're buying an older day date from like a gray market dealer or if you buy it from the AD. It's still around this 40k territory.
How do we one-up a birth year gold day date?
Gosh, well, you got to talk about the Casio F91W in that case.
They're about 20 bucks a pop.
Sports Center's headquarters in Bristol, Connecticut, the epicenter of sports, and not talk about a sports-specific watch, which is the Oris Big Crown. And not just any Oris Big Crown, but of course the Oris Big Crown Roberto Clemente special edition.
I don't think there is anything that special about this particular watch. It costs around 2 grand, and there is like a couple of them on the market. You can still get them. It's this baseball-specific watch. You gotta know what you are buying.
This AP Royal Oak, the 15510, and then this Timex Weekender, right? And it's got a special Boston Watch Shots logo in it.
Yeah.
And in New England, there's communities for that. I mean,
Boston Watch Shots, I think it's just an Instagram group. And usually a Weekender which looks like this without like the Boston Watch Shots logo will cost you around like 50 bucks, 40 bucks.
and a week later, when I get back up here, he's like, so you ready for the Royal Oak? I was like, dude, am I being punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Where's Ashton Kutcher? So, it's just a relationship that happened on social media 2 years ago that found itself into this watch.
From the AD, you can get a Royal Oak for around 16k to wait in line. But if you're kind of a famous person like him, you have to wait just a couple of days and here's your AP. And on the gray market, those babies go for around 40k. That's the kind of savings and differences you get if you know the right people.
Before I knew the actual mountain it was to climb in terms of getting steel sports, I saw the Daytona and I was like, that's the watch I'm gonna get.
That's the Panda. If you want to go to the AD and get it for a cheaper price, obviously you have to wait in line, but you're getting it for around 16k. If you're going to the gray market, you're paying around 40 grand for the same exact watch.
Most of our viewers never will know what it's like to win the Heisman Trophy or return a punt for a touchdown.
I certainly will
in the Super Bowl and win Super Bowl MVP. But there's a lot of people who know what it's like to get the call.
Yeah.
Famous people also love challenges, so that's probably how they justify it for themselves. All right, that's very challenging and that's very hard to get, so we're all gonna play this game because what else is there to do? For some reason, he's got a lot of GMTs and that's one of them. And the Pepsi goes for around 12k at the AD, and you can get it for around 20k on the gray market. The root beer, same 12k, but on the gray market, the root beer is 23k. It's also got the Bad Girl, and the Bad Girl is the same 12 grand at the AD because it's the same watch. It's the GMT Master 2, but the bezels are different, and the Bad Girl on the gray market goes for 22k.
This layout could be a little bit like, you need to chill out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a couple $100 grand.
Let's upgrade, like this is like my vacation watch.
Yeah, you finally warmed up to the Cyclops, I see.
Yes.
Eventually you came
Obviously, if you go to the AD, the Sambarna will still cost you around this 12 grand territory. But if you go to the gray market, it's more around 18k, 20k.
Another celestial body over here.
Well,
can you tell me about Uranus?
I can.
Yeah, Uranus joke. So this is just 300 bucks he spent to get this plastic watch. This is a nice pink color, by the way.
Gosh, colorful dial here.
PPX?
Yeah.
When I first handled this watch, when it was first introduced, I couldn't believe how lightweight it was. I had never handled titanium like that. And I remember texting VJ when this was first introduced, and I said, man, that salmon dial goes crazy.
It's like 3,300 bucks, but if you want to get it at the AD, it costs like a grand more. Props of the gray market, sometimes the watches don't hold up their value. I'm not the biggest fan of Breitlings, just so you know. I think they're too big, they're way too shiny, they have these pushes for no reason that stick out way too far away. But this Breitling layout is kind of fire. For 3,800 bucks, this is a great watch, and it's a limited edition. It was sold originally for like 5 grand. You can pick them up for like around 4 grand now. But it's not the last watch of the interview. I don't know if you watched it till the end.
Limited
Watch.
release.
Hey, take a look at that. To commemorate yours and Hodinki's first visit.
You can buy this exact watch on eBay for like $40.